I am your brother in Christ, and welcome. Let me check a couple of things real quick here while we are letting people join us before we begin with my quote unquote art. And I'll give you the backdrop for why we are doing it today. Okay, we're good. Fantastic. Hey, DeCobra, welcome. Fantastic to see you here. Okay, so this is going to be a bit more easygoing, I guess. It's a bit more of an odd setup. So if I'm looking over this way, this is where your comments are for me, is over on this side. My notes are also on this side, so I might be referring back to this side a bit. The art is actually here. And what we're going to be doing is drawing a little bit of a picture, even though I'm not as good of an artist as my beloved wife. But hey, we're going to do a little bit of fun today. So now this is all inspired mostly because of what happened down in France. A French teacher was beheaded because he shared cartoon pictures of Muhammad. He shared that with his class, and because of that, he was beheaded by a teenager because he was shaming Muhammad. So we, in response to that, whenever someone says, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, I look at that saying, why? Well, we're too sensitive about it. Really? Let's have fun, shan't we? So I'm doing pretty good. So is the little boy. We're doing fantastic. He's actually upstairs right now with my lovely wife, which is unfortunately a little under the weather. And I'm a little under the weather. It's just a small little cold. Unfortunately, there's just not much I can do about it. In fact, you even see his seat right here, which I have to move over. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now it looks nice. Jeez, talk about being unprofessional. Unprofessional. Yeah. My goodness, problem with having a shared office. Okay. So let's go ahead. It seems that the Cobra is the only one that's joining me so far. We'll allow others to join as we go forward. But let's go ahead and dive right on in. So we'll be looking at some Quranic references as we are going through this, just to explain what the heck's going on. So let's start off. I've got this is paint.net, okay? So I'm going to do my little art. If you guys want to do your own art and share it, make sure to tag me in it. We've got Twitter, and it's tweet your brother in Christ, because your brother in Christ won't work. Someone already has it, and YBIC doesn't work because it's too short. So I just put tweet in front of YBIC. So that's my Twitter handle, I guess. So make sure to tweet me and hashtag draw Mohammad. And if you're on Minds, it's at your brother in Christ. Hashtag draw Mohammad. And if you're on Gab, it's at YBIC, because they're nice, unlike Twitter. And the hashtag is, of course, Draw Muhammad. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive on into this and show my horrible art skills. So, let's start off. We're going to start off with work on the sky. In fact, I'll do multiple different layers. This brush, let's go a bit bigger. Yeah, bigger brush going here. Sure, I'm scrolled over all the way. Okay, yeah, I am. Okay, we're good. So we got blue sky going on here. Doesn't matter much. Probably just use this for the middle layer. Going all the way down with it. All the way down. Fantastic. Then we'll go a little bit darker. So we're going to change the hue a little bit. Change it down. There we go. 80. We'll take this as the middle zone. There we go. Scribble, 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 scribble. You can see my professional art skills, shan't you? Draw Chesser. No, we're not. I'm not taking requests. We're just doing Muhammad because Muslims have such extreme offense to it. And it's really weird. Why are you so offended? Well, there's some reasons behind this. And as we continue, I will continue to talk about the subject. So we are looking at, if we look at the Quran 33:21, we see that Muhammad is the example for all Muslims. So all Muslims are supposed to be like him. So he's a perfect example of how to be a Muslim. So that begs the question, if he's such a perfect example of exactly what you wanted to be, if you're a Muslim, what does that example look like? There we go. Let's do a little bit brighter. I think I can do a little bit brighter right here. Increase that a little bit. We can put another layer. I'll increase the brightness already. There we go. Put another layer down there. So we have 4 layers. Very nice. It's kind of like a burrito. You got to layer it up a bit. At least in my book it is. Granted, I am not an artist. But we are doing this. Oh, look, my lovely wife has joined us in the chat. Yes. So, again, this is a response because of how they've reacted to it. So, yes, Muhammad is the greatest example. And we see over and over and over again, if we look through the Quran and the hadiths, that Muhammad has a bit of a thin skin. He repeatedly executes people, and I'm going to actually use an effect right here for just the simplest. Let's see how this looks. Oh, see, that fades in quite nicely, but let's give it a little bit less. I'm going to try to cut out a bit more. Let's go 90. There we go. Give that a divide. Nah. Let's go 125. So we see that over and over again. We see even an example in the hadiths where a woman wouldn't stop criticizing Muhammad. So her husband at that point killed her, and some of her blood fell upon her child, which was currently breastfeeding. So extremely pleasant. When Muhammad was told about this, what was his reaction? Oh, you're the greatest. You're the greatest. That was fantastic what you did. So we're going to add some clouds in here, just some cloud streaks here. Just remember, we're in the desert. So this is not actually, no, back up. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, fantastic. Add another layer here. We're going to throw the sun on there because, hey, we're in the middle of the desert and it's freaking hot. So I'm going to increase this. There we go. Big ol' sun right here. Look at that. Big ol' sun. Big hot sun. So we'll go back to white. Take this up here. Drop back down 750. There we go. Put it there. Fantastic. Now we're going to take and again do the same thing. We're going to repeat unfocus. We're just going to do it on this layer here with the clouds, just to blend them in with the rest of the colors real nicely. Hey, welcome. Wow, you guys are jumping on quite a bit here. Fantastic. Welcome, guys. Okay. So we got the clouds nicely colored, and I really like how that fades in quite well. So let's pull it forth. We might as well go into the actual terrain. So go. There we go. Look at that. Here we go. And hills. If you watch the little stupid game that my wife and I played together, Passport, you know, I do little landscapes. I actually don't do bad on little landscapes, but everything else I kind of suck at. So let's be honest, this is not going to be the best, but hey, I'm not professional. I'm mainly just doing a little cartoon. And if you guys want to do your own, make sure you tag me on Twitter, Minds, or Gab. And all my contact is right there on the screen for you. So you can join me and send me your pictures. And then if I still feel inclined, next time I do my history, which is next week, I'm doing a history. I will go ahead and add your comments and your pictures in as well. So actually, I made a mistake. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to make this onto another layer. So let's add a layer here. A little bit of a fade because it's really, this is supposed to be in the background. So let's do distant. Unfocus. A little unfocused on there. We don't want much. A lot less than that. Jeez. Okay. No. Just a little bit. We just want to fade it a little bit. There we go. That looks good. Okay. This one, we want to put some nice, pretty palm trees in. We want to put some pretty trees in. Some nice palm trees, because why not at this point? Add a palm tree. My lovely wife is doing an excellent job in the comment section. Which, of course, I suck because I'm always so focused. I focus in and then get distracted. So that's kind of brownish, I guess. I don't know. Again, not an artist, but it works. It works. Okay, go back to my paintbrush. There we go. Went smaller. Let's go smaller. Here we go. Got a palm tree. Here we go. And let's get another one right next to it. This one goes straight up. There we go. So, needless to say, as you can tell by my excellent art skills. Oh, great. Scroll down too much. My excellent art skills. Anyone that decides to join me, I'm not going to be critical on your art. If it's better than mine, I'll definitely put it up. Which, let's be honest, it wouldn't be hard. So there we go, leaf. We got a leaf. We got a leaf. And again, because it makes everything so much more pretty when you do this, I'm going to slightly put it out of focus. See, it increases the quality so much when you just slightly put it out of focus. Then you can't tell how much a piece of crap it is. Okay. So let's see here. Oh, well, this is a desert. So let's see, we used that for sand, I think. Let's add a layer. Increase the size again. Yeah, that's the same color. It's one way to check. So let's go ahead and let's add some huts. I'm going to add some brown. Oh, they're very mud-like, so let's do brown, but I'm going to make it a slightly lighter brown. I'm going to put some huts over here. I'm going to put a nice little village right here. See? Look at it. So pretty. That was a piece of crap. There we go. There we go. Let's do smaller. Way too big. Let's go way smaller. Go here. Oh, look at that. Pretty little houses for nice people to live in. Look at that. Pretty little houses. Pretty little huts. We just want the pretty little huts all set up. You can see how bad I am at this stuff. Oh no, how terrible. So I expect anyone else's picture of Muhammad to be much better than mine. Much prettier. So we got our nice little huts here. Such a peaceful little village. And again, let's do blur it out just a little bit to make it look sort of passable. Woohoo! Yes, unfortunately, my lovely wife is a little under the weather, which is fine. And I'll be taking questions at the end if you guys want to ask any, if it be necessary. So, okay. Well, we've got a couple of nice huts over there. A little village. It's mostly behind the hills, mainly because I don't want to draw 5,000 huts. So, little huts there. So, let's go ahead and actually draw Muhammad himself. Let's draw Muhammad. So we've got all the way here. So first of all, we've got to start with skin color, right? So we've got to decide on his skin color. Luckily, the hadiths do allow us to know what his skin color is. And actually, it's kind of weird because Muhammad's companions seem to have a little bit of an obsession with his skin color. I don't know how many times they say it, but there's quite a few I've found throughout the hadiths. Sahih al-Bukhari, 63, we see that he is who amongst this white man. It was a man looking for Muhammad. He said, "Where is he?" He said, his companion said, "Muhammad's the white man over there." In Sahih Muslim 6081, we read again that he had a very white complexion. And finally, in, again, Sahih Muslim 6071, we find again that he had very white skin. So throughout the Quran, over and over and over again, they're very clear on his complexion. He's very white. There's also references to the color of his stomach, the color of his armpits, the color of his arms, the color of his legs. Why on earth are you writing down the color of his armpits? I don't need to know that. I would assume that's the same color as the rest of him. But they're very specific. So, obviously, pasty white is the option that we need. So we'll go ahead and put pasty white, and he's supposed to be a middle height. Not too tall, not too small, just right. So we'll go ahead and put him down here. There we go. There's his head. A little lopsided. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Let's go a little off-white because let's be honest, his clothes were probably darker than he was. Go ahead and give him a nice little hat. There we go. Give him a turban, just like they're supposed to be. Go ahead and reduce the size here. Giving me a bit more because, let's be honest, we need the little tails to come off the edge. There we go. Look at that. Oh, Muhammad has never looked so good. There we go. So let's go ahead and increase this again. We'll go ahead and do his clothing. They're so weird. Replying to the comment here. Sorry, I get focused so much into this that I forget to look at the comments. Yes, they are very odd to require that. So let's go ahead and say, okay, well, here we go. Go ahead and, wow, that was really crappy. Go ahead and give him his nice dress. Give him his nice dress. Put his dress down. There we go. Let's be honest, most of the time he wore women's dresses anyway, so we're not terribly sure which one this one is, but we'll just go with it. Okay. He had his things. The fact that he preferred to be in his 6-year-old child bride's garments in order to get revelations. Hey, no, not right. I was going to say, like, you do you and use all those phrases, but you know what? A 6-year-old man in a child's dress. No. That's my response. No. So let's go ahead and give him. So used to that game. I still am going back to the game in order to all the commands and stuff. And it's not working for this. I don't know why. So let's give him little eyes. There we go. Fantastic. But let's be honest, he doesn't have any arms. So let's go ahead and give him some arms here. There we go. Let's put his arms to the side. There we go. And remember, it's flipping hot. This is a desert, so it's hot. So we'll give him his arms. We'll put out, down. Here we go. And we got to go back to this color because let's be honest, that arm looks a little bit weird. Everyone else is like, what the crap did I turn into? What is going on here? Is it going secondary? That's primary. Should sample this. There we go. Very nice. Okay, much better. A paintbrush. So there we go. Fantastic. Look at that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. So, yes, he definitely loved women's clothing. So, and actually, just for that, let's give him a little bit of, let's give him a little bit of, here we go. Pink flower. Pink flower. Let's give him a little pink flower on there. Yeah, just like that. Look at that. It's looking so pretty. He's getting ready for the ball. We need to put some more pink flowers on there. Let's do a red one. Red flower. Remember, he did borrow this from a 6-year-old child. So we'll go ahead and put on the rest. He married his child bride when she was 6 years old and consummated when she was 9. So she was still wearing her dresses. In fact, she was still playing with her dolls, which is very interesting if you understand the culture, the Arabian culture, which does not allow a child to play dolls until she is after she is mature. So she was immature when she first had sex with Mohammad here. There we go. We got the nice little pretty flowers. And just to be nice, let's go ahead and give him a nice little flower on his cap too. A little flower on his cap. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. You're so pretty. There you go. There you go, Mohammad. You're so ready. You're ready for the ball. Let's give him a nice little smile. Let's give him a nice little smile here. There we go. See, Mohammad, you're looking so good. And just like everything else, because I scare myself sometimes, let's go ahead and just shortly blend this out a little bit. Ah, that was way too much. Let's go. Blurs, out of focus. Just a little bit. Just touch it just a little bit, just to blend the ends so it's not as stark on the ends. So, but let's be honest, Mohammed's a little lonely there. So, let's go ahead and give him his child bride, Aisha. Let's go ahead and have her join in. So she was normal color for the area. And since I am lacking certain colors, let's try to do this one. Brighten it up just a little bit. And then let's give, here we go. A little bit more. There we go. Okay. Oh my goodness, that's way too dark. Trial and error here, guys. Trial and error. That was a big try. That was a big error. Let's try this. Here we go. That's better. It's a little bit better, at least. Let's go a little bit more. There we go. That's better. Okay. Fantastic. Go ahead and make. There we go. And there's a reason why I did such a small little bit, because we don't have to actually give that much. Because you see, what happens is we have to make sure that she's properly dressed. I mean, it's hot. The sun is beating down on you. It's extremely hot out here. Desert, right? So we have to make sure she is properly dressed. After all, if she's not properly dressed, she could get raped. And in that case, that's her fault, according to Islam, right? So let's go ahead and go down a little bit. So she needs herself burqa. So let's go ahead and give her a little bit of a burqa going on here. Actually, it would probably been easier if I did it the other way. So let me do it the other way, actually. And then I'm looking at this. There we go. Okay. Just do this. There we go. And it's just a big black blob. To be honest, that's about all you can see. There you go. Look at the little child bride there. She's all ready for the day. Let's go. I'm going to go pink and just darken it a little bit. Get the skin color a bit better than what I had. Go ahead and go. There we go. She gets to see it a little bit. To be honest, that's about all you get to have poking through is your eyes. And that was too much. And I was revealing way too much with her. Oh, scared me for a second. I mean, it would have led to rape and a bunch of stuff. It would have been crazy if I would have let that go. Let's go ahead and, you know what? Just because I don't want her to feel bored, let's give her, let's give her a little doll. Let's give her a little doll right here. So again, like we said before, there we go. We give her a little doll right there, right next to her. Because remember, she's not hit puberty yet, so she gets to play with dolls. Although Muhammad is climbing on top of her. So let's make sure the doll has got to be properly dressed too. So let's go ahead. There we go. See, doll's properly dressed. Aisha's properly dressed. But let's be honest, she's a little out of sorts. She's a little bit out of sorts because, let's be honest, she shouldn't have brought her doll, so Mohammed had to make some corrections. So he had to make some corrections here. So let's be honest. What's going on here? So there you go. Actually, let's get a little fancy with this one. Let's go another layer here. Go another layer. We add another layer here. Go ahead and add some. She got a little bit of, a little bit bloody there. Mohammed had to instill some corrections. Let's be honest with this was the first time, so she's got a little bit of a bruise there around her nose. So let's fade that in. I'll fade that in a bit more. It really needs to be faded in a bit more. Blur. There we go. Oh, not that much. Can't even see it now. Oh, forget it. That's not working for that. So let's just leave it as is. So there you go. So she's all gussied up after Muhammad need to put the spack down on her. So let's go ahead and let's be honest. He's very happy because you see the village in the background. He just finished raiding. So we really need to make that apparent. To be honest, he showed up. He was very upset. They weren't worshiping him as the Prophet Muhammad. So he decided, you know what? Time to put a little smackdown on him. And let's represent that here. Some fire. This village is all burning. Village is burning. Put it back here. There we go. We got that. We need a little bit of yellow. Because let's be honest, fire's never all red. It never looks right if it's all red. So we need to add a little bit of yellow to it. Just a little bit. Don't worry, guys. I do not plan on making this an art channel. Just FYI. Just a special one for today. Just in celebration of the constant killing of anyone that does any sort of art of Muhammad. So, and then we make sure we fade this out just the same as any of the others. to give it a real nice look. So we want to fade it out a little bit more. There we go. It's fading out in distance. Fadey, 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 fadey. Oh, but problem with that is I didn't add smoke. Definitely should have added smoke. In fact, I'm going to move this up. Brother in Christ, this is supposed to be a joke, right? You're taking this way too seriously. Well, I do. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it well. So let's go ahead and add some smoke in here because we need to make that apparent. In fact, I'll do this another layer so we can give it a different sort of draw if we want. It's very, very dark smoke because we're talking about houses burning. So if you've ever seen a house burn, it's very dark, smoke-wise at least. So we want black smoke coming off here. Add layer. Oh, look at me being all unprofessional. And we might as well be, there we go, look at that, in the distance there, all over. There we go, just the livelihood of the people who wouldn't worship Muhammad, just being burned alive, the deaths of all of them. So we need to also add a layer here. We want to sprinkle in some blood because let's be honest, not everyone survived. So definitely want some the blood of those who decide to stand for their beliefs, not give in to terrorism. Let's give that back there. There we go. Fantastic. Look at that. We go here. Let's go ahead, effects. And let's just blend this into the background again. Do an unfocus. Turn it. All right here. Feels about right. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Smoke off in the distance. Just making an example of those who dare to have their own beliefs besides Muhammad as being God's only messenger and equal to God. Very, very apparently. For those of you that have actually read the Muslim sources. So let's put a little bit less because I want to bring that red out a bit more. Bring that red out a bit more. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, yes, right there. Perfect. Perfect right there. Okay, well, we've got Aisha. We've got Mohammad. He's in his nice, pretty dress. He just burned a village to the ground. A village that wasn't messing with him. I mean, really, you see this over and over again in the Quran where Muhammad goes in and just absolutely attacks a village. And the only crime they didn't do was have a call for prayer. So let's see. Oh, whenever Muhammad would go in, of course, he's not going to kill everyone. That would just be wasteful. That'd just be wasteful. It'd be a shame just to kill everyone. After all, there a lot of times these groups, they're people that are very productive. So let's go back. We got to make sure he's got his. I need sharper than that. Still on blood, the level of blood there. There we go. That's much better. So we got 1, 2, 3. Let's give them 3. 3 of them that survived. Okay. And these they didn't convert, but he still allowed them to live. Very, very kind of him. Very kind of him indeed. So let's make sure we finish it off right. Let's go down here. Now, Aisha being 6 years old, and that's, of course, referred to in Sahih Muslim 3480. It's from her direct account. And again, we find it in Sahih Muslim, again, 34.82. So let's go ahead and give them a little bit of bodies here. Again, not the best. There we go. Legs. Nice. We give them arms. Look at that. I know it kind of looks like E.T., but let's be honest, I'm not that good at drawing. Give them bigger body for this one. Yeah, bigger body. I know I'm not winning any prizes for this. Hey, let's be honest. Normally, I don't get past Stickman, so I'm being inclusive here. Make sure we got the colors going. Yeah, Mohammad, which was very, very white by all accounts. We got Aisha, which was not white. And we've got the natives. Let's give them some clothing here. Let's give them some yellow clothing here. Let's be honest. No, that was way too close to the ground color. Not terribly sure what to give them as far as colors go. Give them some orange scarves. Okay. There we go. Let's give them a loincloth. There we go. Very nice. Much, much better. Much, much better. Sunni, I seen the video. Oh, okay. I see. I got you. I see what you guys are talking about. Sorry. Again, getting distracted by all this nice artwork. So focused. Focused dead on this one. Let's see here. We want this color. We're going to go ahead and finish giving these guys arms. Let's be honest, they need arms. We're not barbarians. So we might have some medical issues, but we're not barbarians. There we go. And then we go ahead and go here. Let's finish giving them some clothing here. Let's give them a headdress. There we go. Because it's hot, they need their own headdresses. There we go. There we go. Oh, definitely not right. Fantastic. That's so pretty. There we go. Let's give you the top here because let's be honest. And then a loincloth. There we go. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Now there's something they're missing. See, there's something they're missing. See, although they did survive, Muhammad was very nice by letting them survive. To be honest, they've got to make sure to repay him, right? For that, they make it obvious how they're repaying him. There we go. We need to give you a nice little decoration here. He made sure to give them some jewelry, right? Some jewelry right there, right there, right there. Look at that. So pretty. Right there. And just to make sure they didn't get lost after all, because desert's a big place, right? So we got to make sure that they're connected. So they're connected to each other. Fantastic. Just all linked in there. And of course, Muhammad wants to make sure they don't go anywhere. So he connects them. So there you go. He's got his entourage. Yes, black slaves. Which he takes, and that is Sahih al-Bukhari 72:63, Sahih al-Bukhari 61:61, and we know at least at one point he had up to, probably a lot more, but we know the names of 28 of his male slaves and 12 of his female slaves. And let's be honest, the female slaves, they're sex toys. So there you go. So we have my nice rendition here. I'm going to put this up on Twitter as my nice little addition. And I will even sign it with a little bit of text because I'm lazy, I guess. And I've already embarrassed myself enough as far as art goes. So, your brother in Christ, right there. Fantastic. So there you go. All done. All pretty. You got Aisha, a little bit of blood, bit of a nose, her doll, Mohammad in his pretty little dress, while his slaves are pulled behind him. So fantastic. Oh, goodbye. Thank you for joining us. So let's go ahead and enter into Q&A as we wrap this up. It has been 41 minutes of doing this. Holy cow. Oh, I never said I was an expert. But for those of you who want to join me at any point in time, Twitter, again, tweet YBIC is the handle, and make sure to put hashtag Draw Muhammad, followed by Minds at Your Brother in Christ. And again, hashtag Draw Muhammad if you're on Minds, and Gab, Your Brother, YBIC is the handle, and it's hashtag Your Brother. It's hashtag Draw Muhammad. So I will be releasing my little art here, and I will be saving it once we are done and putting together. So I really don't have an obvious baby distraction just because of how serious this was. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you had fun. It was kind of fun. I haven't done something artsy like this before. I like the dress. The dress is just so nice. I didn't have any idea of doing that until I started, but the flowers really, really made a nice handle on it. See, my wife is the wonderful artist. I'm kind of like the nut. So she's the one doing wonderful, wonderful art. So if you guys have any questions, make sure to put it into the chat so we can read it off. There we go. Let's get the banner going. Real pretty. Reminder for you guys, next week I am doing my second part on our historical study of the wonderful, wonderful example of Muslims that we have, the rightly guided caliphs. I'm doing our second rightly guided caliph next week, followed by a science experiment the following week. We're going to be testing out some things which I think will be rather interesting. So thanks to David for that concept, that idea behind that. So Mohammad, just like that. There's like 4 or 5 spellings I found. But that's one that's used with Prophet Muhammad. Oh, you love my family. Thank you very much. I love my family too. They're sweet. Sweet boy. Unfortunately, I don't have the obvious baby distraction for you guys today. Just because of how serious this topic was. I didn't want to kind of mix the two. So, although I do have a wonderful baby distraction coming up, which will be fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. We had some fun on some slides at a local carnival, local festival. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's go back to our comments. Ooh, I'm going to put this on the actual screen so I can look at the comments while looking at you guys. So much better. And you guys, we got new light up there as well, which really I like how this looks. It looks so much better. Improves the quality quite a bit. I suck at lighting. I really do. But luckily, my wife doesn't. So, okay. Title and hashtags. So, yes, put hashtag. See them. There we go. I misspelled Muhammad in the hashtags. That's what you're pointing out. Well, I'm sorry, I put that together like, oh, shoot, I knew I was going to do it myself, but then I was like, well, let me go ahead and invite people to do it. So, yes, make sure to tweet or mine or gab at me if you guys want to add that. I know there's so many other ways to do it. So, well, I will go ahead. If you guys do not have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to put the picture back up here one more time just for the pure fun of it. There we go. And there's Muhammad with his beaten wife of 9 with her dolls and the slaves he just got from the village he just pillaged. So thank you guys for joining me during this development of this situation as we continued. Look at my wife telling me how putting the corrections in there. See, she covers my behind. So again, thank you guys so much. Make sure to like, comment, and to let me know, put it in the comment section if you are actually going to do your own picture, and then make sure to tweet it, gab at me, or mine it. I don't know what term they use for mines, but just send it to me somehow. And I will see you guys next week. And of course, we have our shorts coming every day. So I need to go make more of those because I'm going to run out if I don't. My wife thinks this was an epic video. She likes my art. I don't know why. She does. Well, thank you so much for joining, and I will see you guys tomorrow for one of our shorts.